Hi guys, my YouTube channel is new. I used to have an astro slash tarot channel before, but I guess I'm getting back to it. With this whole thing with Kanye West going on and everybody's leaving their little comments, I figured I'd leave mine too. So I've actually read his birth chart. This is not his chart for now. This is his birth chart many, many times. There's some very interesting things in here. Yeah, and I want to go over them with you. Let's just start from the left. Okay, so right away, I'm seeing that Saturn, sorry about that. I gotta move this over. I'm seeing that Saturn is sitting in Leo in his second house. And that right there could be a big indication that, this person will be learning many lessons having to do with money and being in the spotlight. It's very interesting. Those are the key words that are popping into my mind. This person will be learning lessons and becoming wiser, or learning lessons that are harder, or having some sort of, I don't want to use certain words, learning lessons having to do with money and the spotlight. It's very interesting. But I also feel from my earlier reading that this person will gain knowledge, I feel, in their later years about how to acquire money, but I think it's not going to be through them directly. I think that this person will be some type of like coach, because Saturn is all about like aging and wisdom, and it's in Leo, so that represents show business. So I'm thinking like he might be like a coach in his later years on how to help people to become wealthy, being in the spotlight. Okay, so moving on. He is a Cancerian ascendant. Okay, I don't really read for ascendants, but an interesting thing here I want to check out is his, okay, this is his 12th and 11th house. He has his sun in Gemini in the 12th house, and he has his Jupiter, sorry about that, his Jupiter in Gemini in the 11th house. Now, I'm going to tell you that right away, this placement is very fortunate. Very, very fortunate. Jupiter in Gemini, whoa. Yeah. Um, it can give a person certain personality traits. I don't want to say, not on the positive side. It won't look positive, but it is positive. I guess it depends who you're talking to. Okay, so this person can be really good at communicating with people and very, very good at making friendships. Very, very good. Okay. And I'm going to tell you where the problem in communication comes in a little bit later. So he's got Jupiter in the 11th house in Gemini. Again, very, 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 very fortunate for friendships and people and being well known. Well known. And the 11th house is the house of our hopes, dreams, and wishes. And Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So this person is meant to be kind of in the spotlight, having many friends, being known by many people, etc., etc. Okay, let's move on. So I'm seeing that he has Mercury in Taurus in the 11th house. Mercury in Taurus in the 11th house. Okay, I wouldn't say that Mercury in Taurus is like really amazing, but what Mercury in Taurus can do is it can ground your communications. I don't know if I can say that. Anything that you do where media, communication, and sending messages is involved, it can kind of ground that for you, or it can kind of, how can I say this? Streamline? That's not the word I'm looking for. Okay, so Mercury in Taurus. But like I said, I don't feel like Mercury in Taurus is well placed. I really, really don't. I feel like Taurus wants to ground your communication, but Mercury doesn't want to be grounded. So you might find like, I can't believe I'm going to say this. You might find this person wanting to have grounded communication, but not having grounded communication, because Mercury doesn't work well in Taurus. Anywho, I'm going to leave that alone. Okay, moving on. Venus is in 2 degrees of Taurus, And we have Mars in 1 degree of Taurus, but it's sitting in the 10th house. This is good. Again, we're talking about grounding energy, but it's in his career. All right, so let me go ahead and circle. So these two planets, Venus and Mars, are working very strongly together in Kanye's 10th house in Taurus. And that is very fortunate because those two planets talk about the self. Mars talks about the physical self, the sexual self, the male self. Venus talks about the feminine self, the money self, our feelings of love. And he actually has these two planets like working very well together within him, which is very good for somebody who's creative or who's in the music industry. It's showing like balance and being able to understand that masculine feminine polarity, which is really, really cool. But the fact that it's sitting in the 10th house tells me that he has planets in his 10th house. So this person is supposed to have a strong career. And something I noticed in Kanye's chart when I was reading before that I didn't pick up this time, even though it's the same chart, is that this person will have money later on in life. Oh, that's the Taurus energy. Okay. So what I found is this person will always have money. This person may even do better with money when they're in their later years. He has strong Taurus and he's got strong Saturn. Wow. So Kanye is probably going to make a wiser, calmer man in his later years. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. All right, and here's the thing I want to get to. He's got Moon in Pisces. Any astrologers out there watching this will be like, ooh, yeah, I get it now. All right, so Moon in Pisces. Moon in Pisces in the 9th house. Ooh, this person is very spiritual. This person is very spiritually aware. And it affects their moods. And because they have Moon in Pisces, their moods is going to be something that other people are going to notice, because Pisces is a zodiac sign that cannot hide or hold back their feelings. They just are all over the place, and you will notice and you will feel it too because they're feeling it. So Moon in Pisces is a double whammy as far as I'm concerned. If you got Moon in anything else, fine. If you got any other planet in Pisces, fine. But Moon in Pisces, ugh. So here's what I want to get to. Pisces is a very dualistic sign, okay? Gemini is a very dualistic sign, which Kanye has Jupiter in Gemini. This combination in his chart makes him appear up and down. Yes, it makes him appear up and down. But as I said, this is also a strength because it means that you can relate to many, many people. And it means that you can tap into feelings or thoughts or words or just any mood that many other people won't be able to do. Music is a very good outlet for Kanye. And writing, many, many, many things. So that was my 2 cents on Kanye West. I believe I have people trying to listen to what I'm doing because they don't have a life. So they think that absorbing other people by watching them and listening to what they're saying is going to give them a life. But I just find it 110% pathetic. So Kanye is not the C word, not in my opinion. He's just very emotional and he's not so good at putting a lid on it. And Gemini is a very, 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 very talkative zodiac sign. And when you put Jupiter in Gemini, man, that person's going to talk your ears off. They're going to talk your ears off. Oh, here's the other thing, right? So the last couple of times I read Kanye's chart, which was back in 2021, I noticed something else, and it's not here nor there, but he's very superficial in the people that he chooses to love. He's very superficial in the people that he chooses to love. I'm seeing it in his chart. I'm not saying this. I'm seeing it in his chart because Mars in Taurus, Venus in Taurus. Taurus is a zodiac sign all about beauty. It's like they don't even care what's underneath. They don't care about the person's personality. They care, number one, how that person looks. Okay? So that person, in their mind, their partner has to be good looking and there is no other option. And when I say good looking, I don't mean like just good looking, average. No, I mean way above. Whoever is considered the prettiest, that's the one they want. That's Mars in Taurus, Venus in Taurus male will have the prettiest woman in the room. But what is the quality of the relationship? That would be my question. And then this woman has to deal with this person's moon in Pisces, which is not easy, and they have to deal with their Gemini, with their Jupiter in Gemini. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. That's enough about Kanye. Bye.